high tide here at Elzora Golf Club. I'm joined by Martin Dewhurst, who has just been called babyface by one of our colleagues.
Yeah, I'm as surprised as you, DK.
Really?
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often with this leathery skin.
You look like 43, but you're not too bad. Going into day 2 of the Masters, I would genuinely rather be at Augusta right now than be sitting here with you.
Well, I think if you ask all golf lovers where they would like to be right now, I think most of them would say Augusta National. So if we're having a game of state the obvious, DK, you've certainly won it.
I've won it. Okay, day 1, we know what happened to Ernie, we know what happened to Jason Day, but let's focus on the positives. Jordan Spieth, he's an absolute jet of the game. He's a genuine superstar at age 22.
Absolutely. He shot a great round of 66 yesterday. He didn't drop any shots. Fabulous golf.
Isn't it? And I couldn't help but notice, I mean, you're a big one on this for winning the Masters. You've got to hit that draw ball flight, don't you? And he does it so well. He stands on that tee box and he doesn't look as though he's going to miss a fairway, but he's continually hitting that right to left ball flight.
Well, we watched them a couple of months ago down in Abu Dhabi on the driving range, and 8 out of 10 shots are certainly turning over from right to left, and if they don't turn over, they just go straight. So it certainly looks like it's his natural shape. And he's obviously very comfortable around there with his fantastic score there last year. It certainly, in my opinion, suits somebody who can hit it
looks
from
in
right
good
to
shape
left.
to win a second Masters 2 in a row. Now, answer me this, Martin Kaymer, interesting one. Did he go to his coach and he wanted to hit a ball flight that was a draw as opposed to a left to right fade?
Yeah, he's notoriously renowned as being a left to right player, and I think like all great players, they try to get better. And he has a terrible record for how good a player he is. He has a terrible record at Augusta. So I think he missed 5 out of 8 cuts, which isn't great. So I think he just tries to change his game to be more Augusta friendly.
And you're saying that you need to hit a right to left ball flight?
Well, I think if you look at the previous winners, they certainly do shape it from right to left.
Good. Now you know how to shape it from right to left, and I saw you out on the golf course a couple of hours ago doing a bit of tuition with that draw ball flight. Let's go and have a look.
So the Mad Australians asked me to come out here and show you guys how to hit a draw. Now, Augusta National, it's renowned as being a golf course that requires the player to shape the ball from right to left. If you look at a lot of the past winners, or even the guys in the top 10 at the moment, a lot of these guys do shape the ball from right to left. Now, for a right-hander, that's a draw, and for a left-hander, that's a fade. So what I'm going to do today, as I'm out here on hole 13, I'm going to try and teach you guys how to get that ball turning from right to left. So what I've done is I've made a few simple lines on the floor, which is going to help me describe this. Now, the 13th hole is 450 yards long, and it's a hole that requires a good tee shot. You have to hit a good shot. So what most of the good players that come to play here, the professionals, is they try to start the ball at the bunker on the right there, or the fairway bunker, and shape the ball from right to left off it, getting the ball to finish in the middle of the fairway. It sounds pretty easy. It's not as easy as it sounds, but I'm going to try and explain to you how you can try to do that. So what I've done is I put these 3 lines on the floor. I have this first one, this straight line. This is my ball to target line. This is where I want my ball to finish. And then I have this second line which dissects my ball to target line. That is the line which my club is going to swing on, the swing path, the swing direction. And then I have these 4 dots drawn in front of the ball, and this is the direction I want my club face to be pointing at impact. So I'm going to try and say that once more and a little bit simpler. Once you make your start position, you're aiming at your target, and that follows this ball to target line, and then the club is hopefully going to swing on this second white line, what we might know as the inside from in to out, and then the club, it must point in between the ball to target line and the club path at impact. If you do this, the ball is going to shape from right to left. So let's have a little look if I can turn one over from right to left. So good start position like always, ball teed relatively high. I'm going to try to get that club swinging inside. This line is a little bit exaggerated, but it's just here to give you the idea. So I'm going to try and swing from the inside, have my club face pointing in between these 2 lines, and then hopefully that ball should turn over from right to left. And if you get it right, it should look something like that. So when you're watching the guys this evening or tomorrow and Sunday playing Augusta, especially on the 13th hole, you'll see these guys really trying to work that ball from right to left, and this is something you guys can try to copy at home.
Martin, I genuinely enjoyed that lesson. I know you've won down at El Hamra, but with a ball flight like that, why are you playing at the Masters? It just...
Well,
strange.
I thought that win at El Hamra would probably get me an invite for the Masters. Unfortunately, not yet.
No, I mean, you have been moving a lot, haven't you? So they may have got the address wrong. Let's get back on the Masters. Highlights and lowlights from round one.
Ooh, where should I start? Highlights or lowlights?
Anywhere you like, Martin.
Okay, it's great that we've got 8 British players inside the top 20 at the end of play. Yeah, and great to see for me, Westwood, my favourite golfers ever, Poulter, really good to see him coming back, and Justin Rose. So 3 real good English guys there. To see them in the top 10 is excellent news.
It's where they belong, isn't it?
Yeah. Another highlight for me would probably have been after receiving that text message from you last night, which read something along the lines of, "Hey,
don't
princess, if you're sleeping, just let you know Jason Day has gone out in 31."
31.
And I never got another message in the morning when he came in 41. But that was probably a highlight for me, is clicking on that leaderboard and seeing his name.
But you replied with a message back to me, didn't you? But I'm definitely not going to repeat what those words were. But he's a fighter, Jason Day. He's a typical Aussie. He'll come out all guns blazing today. So I expect him, maybe not back in the mix on day 2, but certainly in day 3 and day 4. Same with Adam Scott. So they're quality players, 1 and 2 in the world. They'll be back there.
Another highlight for me is seeing Tom Watson do so well in this event. He's shot 2 over yesterday. It's great to see somebody at 66 years old going out and playing this brute of a golf course in a very respectable score.
Is it his last Masters?
It is his last Masters. That's what he's been saying. He said the golf course is too long for him. He can't reach the par 4s, and he's going to bow out some real digs.
So much respect for Tom Watson. He's another jet of the game, isn't he? He's a mentor for so many of these young guys coming through. So great to see him performing so well. So that's a good highlight. Any lowlights for you?
Oh, the Ernie Els incident, the 6 putt on the first. I mean, for all of us players who've struggled with out putting, I mean, I'm a poor putter notoriously, but to putt that, I've never seen anything like that. 6 putts from 3 feet. Such a shame for one of the greatest players of all time, in my
We're
opinion.
not going to dissect that, but is it just a mental thing?
It must be, yes. I mean, what a man, not only to carry on the round after the 6 putt, but to stay behind to do the media interviews after, and then he's going to tee it up again today, but he did say in the interviews that he just couldn't pull the putter back, which, when it gets to that stage, that's pretty, it's really disappointing to see, because I think with his long game, he would still be up there competing in these tournaments if he could putt reasonably.
Yeah. Well, look, from where I sit, I think Jordan Spieth, it's there to lose for him. He's in absolutely career best form. Won it last year. He's come out of the blocks very, very well yesterday, and he's going to be very hard to beat, isn't he, over the next 3 days? So
He certainly looks it, yeah.
it's a wonderful tournament. It's just started, I've seen. So, Martin, I'm going to love and leave you. It's been great again. Good to see you with that draw ball flight, and I'll see you in a couple of days.
Thanks.